So something I've been thinking about lately is kind of obviously why everyone seems to feel kind of weird, bored, burnt out, tired, shitty, confused, lost, whatever at the moment. And I was hanging out with my friend and her kid yesterday, and she said something about how one of the best things about having a kid is that you get to play and be silly in public. And I'm not opposed to the odd being silly in public. I find it kind of weird when sometimes you're listening to music while you're walking and you just want to groove a little bit, and people are and it's a bit well, have you never heard a song that you wanted to dance to? It's not that odd in my opinion, but whatever. And I was thinking though, a lot of the videos I've made so far about how directionless I feel, and I don't like my job, I've got burnout, chronic fatigue, whatever, but maybe a better spin on things is learning or relearning how to play more, because I realised I think maybe I've got a little bit more fun in my life than some people, but I could be making more of a conscious effort to do that. So I spent a year or whatever learning how to skateboard or longboard a few years ago, and maybe I need to do that more because that's definitely a form of play. And just things that are more directionless and aimless, because a lot of the things that come up when you're oh, I don't know what to do with my life, what did you want to do when you were 10 years old? What did you enjoy doing when you were 10 years old? And I have absolutely no memory of this, and I've always been kind of the same person where I probably had an idea when I was 10 years old, and then when I was 10 years old and one day I had a completely different idea, and that's something that I continually struggle with now. I have a really great idea about something I want to do, but then the next day it's not a good idea because I don't want to do it anymore, or it's just not interesting. And I think maybe if I go back to at least trying to be 10 years old in terms of play, I get to experiment with a lot more things, and things can be unfinished, things can be what's the word, not very good, because I'm 10 in my head, and it doesn't really matter, and I keep thinking that's a really good way of looking at life, to make things a little bit more interesting and a little bit more fun. But then the struggle is, of course, trying to fit it in around all adult responsibilities and work. But I think that's definitely the aim that I'm going to take, is to start not pretending, but trying to engage in play, and obviously not things like video games, although I guess that probably counts. I'm just not a big, huge game player, and I think a lot of the ones I played Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, but a lot of the other ones seem quite either a bit too, what's that one? I don't know, I'm not even very good at it. A few of them are a bit like jobs, like The Sims or Papers, Please or whatever. And a few of them are very serious. You have to be really dedicated to your game to become any good at it. So maybe things I don't know, climbing trees or finger painting or dancing around in the rain or whatever kind of romanticize your life, but make it way more playful, rather than doing the whole, I try and think about how lucky I am to have this coffee in the morning, because I forget to make coffee frequently, so that's not going to work. I don't do ritual very well, but play I think I can do. So that's my maybe advice or takeaway from this video, is that being playful is the aim of the game. And that is what I'm going to try and do. And follow up on yesterday, after doing a little bit more walking than usual, is that I did feel pretty rough today, but not as bad as I thought. So maybe, hopefully, the chronic illness is not the kind where you have to limit your activity too much. But we'll see. It might get worse tomorrow. Other than that, that's all I have to say. Maybe the play will invigorate me and I won't be burnt out and fatigued, and it will be a terrible dream. But yeah, if anyone else is feeling this way, maybe we can all come together and start a real attempt to at least build some 10-20 minutes of this stuff into our day. Because I'm sick. I obviously find it difficult for myself, but I find it really difficult to come on YouTube and see people saying like, oh, I've wasted my life, or I'm 43 and I don't know what to do, or whatever. I feel that really sad of like, we all feel like we have to be pushing towards something concrete, and maybe we need to push towards something a little bit less concrete, a little bit more, I hate the word whimsy, I don't know, eccentric. I think me and my friends came up with eccentric as a little bit of a better word. Just push the boundaries a little bit. Take some time to hang out with kids or pretend to be one. And yeah, that's the moral of the story. I'm going to try and play more. And even just doing these little videos that are so unserious, do not have any editing, whatever, feels a little bit like a form of play, because I'm just chatting on the phone, it feels like. And that's been good, even though they're crappy. And it's given me a lot more. I don't typically think of myself as a creative person, but I can definitely feel things like flowing a little bit more because I have to think of a topic to speak on. And now I think, oh, I could have a lot more ideas for like regular YouTube-y type videos that might be a little bit more interesting to watch. And it helped me build the skill of video editing up. So that's really good. If that's an example of play and what's working, then so be it. Anyway, please subscribe if you see this and enjoy it. I seem to get most of the stuff from shorts, but whatever. Maybe this one speaks to someone and they enjoy it. And yeah, other than that, the next daily chat shit down the phone, unofficial title, is coming tomorrow. So there we go. Bye.